Hello, welcome back to Bad's Garage. Again, it's been a while, but I've not really had the heart to be bothered too much over winter because it's fucking freezing in the garage and there's a lot been going off. So yeah, I've not really been in here tinkering too much. I did lose my grandma over the Christmas period as well, so that didn't help the situation. But anyway, we are back. We're not going to get any work done in this video, but I have got something really cool to show you. So obviously, as you know, the 7R still needs its fuel pipes doing. I've got the fuel lines, they're over there, but I've got to get off my arse and get that done. And what I've got to show you is probably going to get the old juices flowing to inspire me to sort that fucking thing out once and for all. So obviously at the minute that just needs the fuel lines doing, and then all the brakes bleeding because they've just disappeared. So and then hopefully that'll be off that stand. Obviously the CBR still looking well, still going well, still got that annoying little rattle, but I've since been told that it's quite possibly down to maybe a little bit of top end bearing wear, and I've been told that it'll either not get any, depending on how I ride it, it'll either not get any worse or it'll just progressively get worse till I have to put a new engine in it, which brings me to another story in just a sec. Obviously we've still got the VTR, but this is probably gonna have to be sold now, because I can't have too many bikes, you see. So once that one's fixed, one of them's got to go, and it's not going to be the CBR. So yeah, that's the situation in the garage at the minute. We haven't got very far at all. But yeah, we've got some clearing up to do in the garage to make room for other stuff, and of course, like I say, for instance, this back wall really pisses me off because it's just a fucking wall of clutter. So I'd like to go through all that, clear it, reboard it so it's a nice flat wall, and then try perhaps doing something more constructive and tidier with it. Well, let me turn the camera around and let me show you what cool shit I've got in the backyard. Right, so let's wander through the garage. Just yeah, CBR baby, 7R. So yeah, I was in Mansfield. Yeah, I was in Mansfield, and I popped into a bike shop I'd never seen before. So I popped in there just to have a nosy around, see what the crack was in there, you know, see what they've got. And I happened to mention about the CBR and this annoying little rattle it's got. And he was the one that told me, because I thought it was maybe valve clearances. And he said, oh, it won't be that, because if it was them, it'd be rattling all the time. Says, you know, he said it's probably either bottom or top end bearings, but he kind of deduced it was going to be the top. But yeah, but not that it's bad, but potentially it could be. So anyway, what he said to me was, he goes, it just so happens I've got an engine for one of those, if you're interested. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll have a look. But this engine happens to be attached to a bike. So this is the cool thing that I've just purchased for the princely sum of £500. So for £500, I'm already winning, because if I was to just break it to bits, I could get more than £500 for that bike. And if I was to fix this bike, I could be looking at £2.5 grand for this bike. So what it is a 98 Fireblade, so it's a newer model what I've got. I think it's on about 20 something thousand miles, I think he said. Well, no, I can't even read it, so it's got a different dash to mine. But anyway, yeah, he said it's got about 20 odd thousand miles on the clock, and he said what he's done with it. He said he when he got the bike, it was off the road because it wouldn't run, and he says it's because it was sat with E10 in it. So what's happened is he's got the bike and he's attached a fuel feed to it, and he said he got it running. He said it did start. He said, but then obviously fuel was pissing out everywhere off from the carbs. So then what he's done is he's took the carbs off, and he's had to look through them. Now this is the box with the carburetors in, and obviously is shit like that. Diaphragms absolutely fried, and if you look in the bottom, I think there's this one here. That jet there is absolutely solidly blocked. So yeah, basically he's took the carbs off. He's bought the kits to fix it. So there's carb kits in there to fix these. But then he's just like lost interest, and it's sat in his workshop for 2 years, and he's having to push this bike in and out of the workshop for the last 2 years. And obviously then I popped up, and he's like going, you know what, there's an opportunity for me to get rid of this. So he's offered me this at the price he paid for it, £500. And me thinking originally, well, I could just take the engine out of it, and then I'll sell the rest of it for £500 if I want to, if not more. But you know, now I'm thinking, well, perhaps I could see if I could fix it. So I've got two options with this bike. I can either fix it and get it running and all back together, or I can strip it. But I think it's probably going to be better for me to try and fix it first and see where we go from there. But yeah, it's one owner bike. He never put it in his name, so it's still a one owner bike. Yeah, there's boxy bits over there. He's still got to get me the nose cone and the side pieces for the fairing, because he said that he did send those off to a guy he knows to have them painted, but never got round to it, because obviously he did the dreaded thing and told him he wasn't in any rush for it. So obviously that non-rush turns into not getting done. So he's going to ring me when he gets those back for me to collect. But I've got absolutely everything for this bike to put it back together again. And it is on a Q plate. He doesn't know why it's on a Q plate, but I don't really care. You know, if I'm selling it, it'll be in bits anyway. So I'm not going to sell it as a complete bike, because if I get it complete and running, I'll probably end up keeping it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just going to stick it in the shed out the way, so that then I can just concentrate on getting those carbs done, which I'm not looking forward to, because as you know, I fucking hate carburetors. But hopefully I can get those back together, get them back on the bike, and get it running. Because you know, like I say, he said he had it running, although briefly. But you know, I mean, my missus was worried, because she says, "Oh, what if it's knackered?" And I was like, "Why would he go to the lengths of buying carb kits and getting the panels sprayed if there was anything wrong with it?" You know, but like he says, he's got 27 other bikes that want attention of his. So you know, and this thing being in his way at his workshop, you know, that's what's forced him into getting rid. And I'm the lucky boy that walked into his workshop that day and picked it up for £500. But yeah, it's all there. Apart from it being dirty, the paintwork's all good. I've took that off because it was hanging off anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a bit of a clean, and it'll be good. Like I say, this box has got its headlights and stuff in there. Yeah, so the headlights there, airbox is there. There's other stuff down there. I don't know what that is there. Looks like a separate type of grab rail, but I don't know. But yeah, apparently everything for the bike is here. So I'm looking forward to tinkering with this, but like I say, first things first, I need to get that nemesis of mine working off that stand and done. VTRs are going to have to be sold, and yeah, we'll continue from there, and hopefully 2026 will be mind you, I can't say 2025 was a bad year, because obviously I got that for cheap. So yeah, 2026, looking forward to it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cheers. Just as a bit of a bonus, I've just stuck a battery pack on it. Took the packers out the thing, and I'm glad he put all rags in there. So that's all nice in there. If I pick it up, take it off the side stand, switch the ignition on, which tells me it's 29,000. Pull the clutch in, press this. It turns over. Brilliant.